Hello, my name is Felicel Amores. For those of you tuned in, I sincerely thank you. And for my friends and family and acquaintances, I especially want to say thank you so much for your continued love and support and all the memories that we've shared together. For those of you that have been in my life, you already know a little bit about me. And for everyone else, this is my opportunity to open up a little bit. First of all, my original intention was creating this channel for my son. I experienced most severe case of depression throughout my whole pregnancy, and severe depression returned just 3 years ago when both my mother and my son were held for ransom during their vacation. Having lived with depression, I realized that fear ruled my life. And my biggest fear?
A vicious cycle passed on generationally, and the worst case scenario, suicidal death.
Despite all of this, I have been fully dedicated to both my loved ones and my career. However, I finally decided it was time for me to listen to my intuition and really put this healing process into full gear. So here I am. I am challenging myself, facing my biggest fears, and getting out of my comfort zone. Finally, to release it to the universe, hence this YouTube channel. Depression has made me question my personal beliefs and realize many valuable life lessons. Through it all, I believe the most critical belief system we all have is the belief of ourselves. A part of my journey now is to connect, create, and expand. To do things that I typically wouldn't do in order to overcome my personal challenges and learn how to love life once more. During my meditation, I realized my depression actually started from childhood. That formed the framework of my subconscious mind. So, as the most revered Maya Angelou wisdom quote goes, you never know where you're going unless you know where you have been. So here's my attempt to writing a mini story. Honestly, I think my mother tells it better. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if this channel resonates with you, thank you in advance for liking, sharing, and subscribing.
From the Crack of the Bamboo by Felicel Amores. Once upon a time, long, long ago, a mother had just given birth during the dark 8 o'clock hour. Amidst the chaos and panic, the midwife diligently tried to work her magic as the mother wavered in and out of consciousness. Time was ticking, and death was waiting to claim its second life as it lurked in the shadows of the candlelit bamboo hut. Already, it claimed the life of the dead-born child as it laid lifeless next to her crying twin sister. Listening intently with a heavy heart, their father stood impatiently in the other room. Ever so quietly, death whispered in his ear, "Remember when you were 14 and you agreed to dedicate your life to me? Forget me not, my child, for you have already given me your soul. Your life is not yours to claim, but destined with me. Remember our agreement, or else I shall claim all of your souls." Out of both love and fear, The father quickly vanished into the valley of death as he heard the cries of his newborn daughter echoing behind him, yearning for his love and attention. Never again were they to be united as family. The mother's conviction to solely support her daughter brought much heartache and despair the following years to come. She simultaneously worked 2 to 3 odd jobs as a housemaid, seamstress, and waitress. Far away in the distant island and tiny village of neighboring extended family, the orphan girl lived with her grandparents. There, she felt safe in the tiny bamboo hut her grandfather built along the shoreline. Her grandparents enduringly dubbed her the name Nini, which meant little girl in their native tongue. Too poor to have any store-bought toys, she found amusement with nature's treasures. Nini roamed free along the seashore and chased the small crabs as they scurried in and out of their sandy burrows. Swiftly, she grabbed handfuls of sand, hoping a crab would appear. Except one day, she was surprised to see a shiny, bright coin in her delicate little hand. Too young to understand its value, she immediately ran to the closest store with her spirit high and smiling overwhelmingly with joy. Finally, she reached the local family-owned store. Barely reaching the counter, with her dirty tippy toes, she politely showed off her newfound coin and pointed to the candy in exchange. The owner bursted into laughter as she finally peeked over the counter and saw how much the coin was worth. She shooed her away by chuckling, "Ha! That's not enough. Go back and ask your grandparents for more money, because you can't buy anything here for 10 cents. Making fun of her to another customer, the owner then muttered, "The girl that came out of the crack of the bamboo." "Why did you say that?" the customer inquired, to which the owner responded, "You know, she has no father and the mother is in Manila working, so she just left her with her grandparents." Surprised and confused by the cold-hearted reaction, Nini's eyes filled with tears as she started sobbing. She turned around and ran towards her bamboo hut, seeking her grandfather's comfort, and melted into his arms. Her grandmother asked, "Why are you crying?" Too distraught to articulate, Nini opened her hands and pointed to the store. Heeding the grandfather's suggestion, the grandmother took Nini's hand and started walking towards the store in search of the truth. Along the way, they bumped into the neighboring witness, and she recalled the entire situation. The grandmother then repeated the details to Nini's grandfather. Taking the statement as an insult to his grandchild, he infuriatingly said, "Nini is a child. She could have given her a piece of candy and tell us that we owe her 15 cents. He then grabbed his machete from the kitchen and marched onward to confront the store owner. The neighboring customers saw him and turned to the grandmother and asked, "What happened?" Frantically responding, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. He is so mad at the owner. Go run, and tell her he is coming." Beating him to the store, the neighbor forewarned the owner. Quickly, she bolted out of sight. Where are you? Where are you? Just because my granddaughter is very poor and doesn't have parents in here, you make fun of her by saying we found her from the crack of the bamboo? I will kill you." A few days later, the husband of the store owner paid them a visit to make amends and request that his wife be forgiven. "We may be poor, but I raised my kids and grandkids the honest way. I don't bother or beg anyone to help me feed my family. But when someone insults them, it really hurts. I feel like they stabbed my heart. It's just a piece of candy. We are supposed to love unconditionally. It's about having respect and moral values," he sternly told his nephew. Out of deep respect and love for his uncle, the nephew then took Nini's hand and walked her to their store and restored the peace. What does your story look like?
Don't forget, create the life you desire to live, because you are so worth it.